If you have an idea for a show and you feel inspired to do one, and you have a video camera and hopefully a tripod as well, the most important thing is just to do it. I actually used to tell people, because we used to get tons of calls and emails from people that say, hey, we're thinking about starting a show, can we meet? And of all of the people that ever met with us about wanting to start a show, literally 0% of them started a show. Because, I mean, you know, it's relatively easy. I don't mean to give away the state secrets of Beat.tv, but we're in a room, which is admittedly a nice room, and you do have a professional light, which is great, and a couch, which is also nice, and, you know, a logo behind us. But it's really a camera on a tripod, and that's really all it takes, and a good idea, which you have as well. So lesson number one is just to do it. And lesson number two is to really try to immerse yourself in whatever community it is that your show is seeking to be a part of. So Beat.tv is definitely like the thought leader show for the mavens and the connectors in the tech industry. So you're probably not thinking of this in terms of, you know, work and marketing. This is your natural inclination, but you've done a very smart thing by integrating yourself into the video blogging community and into the tech community. So if you're starting a show about cooking, I would say become part of the Yahoo list on cooking, or maybe it's on natural cooking or slow food, organic cooking. Get involved in those message boards on Yahoo, Google, get involved in Ning communities that people may have been, may have created around that area. Get involved in Facebook groups in that area, and really engage the people who are the thought leaders in whatever genre it is that your show is part of. And that's really the best way to build up the audience for your show, in addition to doing a good show. It's amazing how far the content has evolved in just the 2 years that we've been involved in this whole world of web shows. I'd say your average show 2 years ago was someone holding out a camcorder or a cell phone and talking about their commute to work, or maybe giving their thoughts on politics, or tell a story about something that happened in their life that day or in their neighborhood, etc. Now already we have companies like 60 Frames, which is an offshoot of UTA, one of the big agencies in Hollywood, that is producing unbelievably high caliber, high quality shows that I think a year ago probably would have been produced for the TV set, that are now being produced for the web. Your point about the writer's strike is significant. And actually one of the new 60 Frames shows, called Eric the Librarian, not only has an actress from The Office in it, but it also is written by a writer from The Office. And so I think that what we're seeing is that the web shows are really evolving, and we're going a little bit higher up on the content spectrum, where the top shows are more and more being produced by production companies that, again, a few years ago I think would have been creating content for the television set. We're definitely excited about the prospect of video ads being standardized in 2008, and we're very hopeful that it will happen this year, and I can't begin to tell you how much we look forward to that. The reason that we're so hopeful is that it's very tough right now for an agency or a brand to try to advertise on a ton of different video sites, because for each site they basically need to come up with a different creative. Like a Blip.tv overlay looks like this, but an overlay on another video site looks like, you know, a different format and a different size, and likewise for all of the other video sites out there. So at the point at which we all agree to a set number of standards that say, you know, a pre-roll is this long, an overlay is this size, a post-roll looks like this, it's just much easier for a media buyer from a Hershey's, a Kraft, a Ford, or another big brand to say, okay, we're running a campaign on 100 different sites that all serve videos, and here's what our campaign will look like across the board. It just makes the buying much easier for a media planner, and therefore makes it easier for all of us to monetize our content. Now, in terms of what we're advocating, I actually will answer that question very directly. What we think is best is to provide some message of content enablement, which means it could be, you know, Beat.tv brought to you by brand X, and have that in the form of, say, a 3 to 5 second pre-roll billboard that either you would do yourself as the show host, or that the brand could do. But keep it short, but make it clear that this content, this show, is enabled by, brought to you, paid for by this brand. And then pair that with some overlays. And the advantage of the overlays is that they enable the brand to give out some key information about itself. You know, it could be, hey, this new, you know, Toyota model is now for sale, or this new Nokia phone has these cool new attributes. attributes. And you can maybe run one overlay, have it come down, maybe have another one come up with another bit of messaging about the brand. The other thing that the overlays encourage is engagement. And that's very important for advertisers. So if you have an overlay that's well done, people will want to click on it, and then they can be brought to a video, maybe even a 30-second ad that's right in the video player, or to a website where people can purchase a product. So I think that 3 to 5 second pre-roll billboard paired with an overlay could be a very powerful way for a brand to market itself to an audience.